All right. Here we go, guys. Let's start us up. Welcome, everybody, to Cush's, Dr. Cush's Exotic Drink Bar. I am so happy to see everybody. Rich has no idea who Glenn is, but he is glad he's on time tonight. Rich, tired of everybody talking about Glenn at the beginning of the show when he does not show up early. Oh, goodness. And Kyle is right. Glenn, of course, saying who he is. He is the father of the great Kush tender. Todd, checking in. He is on Facebook, and he can hear and see me. Thank you, buddy. There we go. There's the great Jay Carter. Kata. Good to see you, buddy. Now, of course, there are a bunch of people over on Instagram currently as well. I can't see that as well. So if you guys do want to comment, hop on over to youtube.com/kushtender. Jump on there. Otherwise, Facebook works. Otherwise, Twitch works. I feel like we've gotten everything out of the way here. John says, happy Saturday, fellow Kushites. I like that. I was calling them Cushies, but Kushites works just fine. Let me tell you guys a quick story. I do these classes all the time. I do these classes once a week, twice a week at another channel called Mix LA Cocktail. It's called Mix Cocktail Hour on YouTube. I do these classes all the time. I have to come up with 6 drinks a week. I have to cultivate basically a menu, 6 drinks a week. Now that doesn't seem like a ton. Kush, there are millions of drinks. That is true. That is true. But I want to give you guys something good. So, I've had to start motivating myself by giving me topics that I am interested in. What am I most interested in? Well, booze. But you can't just do a booze class. That's what these are. I like movies. Nobody shows up to my movie classes. So what next? Well, why not find people I'm interested in? Last week, we did Tom Bullock. We did his classes, a great bartender from St. Louis, a first African-American to ever write a cocktail book. Really, really important guy. Well, we have gone even deeper into my loves in this one. Since I am 8, I have been a fan of Christina Ricci. I have never had another celebrity crush like that. Ione Skye for a minute, but not like Christina Ricci. Went on a weird Halsey kick here about 2 years ago. It's not the same thing. No. There is nobody like the great Christina Ricci. Anyway, I started to put this class together, and I have some friends, and I want to thank each of you that wrote her and then sent me the video or sent me the message of you writing her. I want to thank you, first of all, for having my back, but most importantly, I want to thank you for being polite when you did it. My goodness, all I'm asking for is just a touch of politeness when it comes to this. Now, some of you know that follow me on Instagram, she did write back. And it was a night full of skipping around my house, having a 28-year-old crush finally acknowledge you. It was wonderful. Real quick, we were worried. I was worried about what the future holds. Will these classes even be viable at some point? Bars open up. Will anybody even show up? That was the moment as I was talking that she wrote me. So I do believe that is a sign that Cush's Tiki Bar or Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks will exist many, many years into the future. Thank you, Derek, for giving me the woot woot. Derek knows I was in college, still had a crush on Christina Ricci in college. That was many, many years ago. There we go. Yeah. How can we not? Yes. My wife and I both have one hall pass. It's nice because they're both Christina Ricci. My wife leaves me for Christina Ricci. I'm good with that. And she the other way too. And new watcher, or at least new commenter, Broken says, right. And Derek also said he had a crush on her. Anyway, she did write back. There's a chance she shows up. There's probably a much larger chance she doesn't. But just in case, I wanted to wear my nicest black shirt. So I didn't have this book open. Let's begin with some cocktails. Now we usually do 3 cocktails in this. The message she wrote me back was she likes mojitos. Those words will be forever seared into my brain. First of all, the girl that I've had a crush on since I'm 8 is a rum drinker. That is the greatest news one man can get. So we will be doing a mojito tonight as well. So if you do have some sugar, some rum, some mint, and some lime, a little soda water, get that ready. We will be doing ours in a dinitrous oxide squeezer. And that is that. Let's begin, though. First of all, there is one of her things that I have never seen. I've seen most of them. There's one that I have purposefully never seen, and it is called Z, the beginning of everything. Why is that? Well, first of all, there's a reason I have never done heroin. I think I might like it too much. It is my favorite girl. She has some body scenes, and it is about literature that follows right during the time of Prohibition. Those are 4 things that I love. I figured if I watched that, I would watch it straight through, and that would be the end of me. So I've never seen it. But I do know the story of Zelda Fitzgerald, and I know the story of F. Scott Fitzgerald, her husband, who was a good writer. F. Scott Fitzgerald was a good writer. Zelda Fitzgerald was a great writer. She, of course, unable to be published, unable to really get what she needed out. So her husband would often go through her diaries and copy word for word and find ways to put that into his novels. What the heck, dudes? Guys, we have to get this under control. We have to get this under control. We got to let these ladies shine when the ladies need to shine. F. Scott, if you're watching, buddy, don't do that anymore. Dead for years. So I wanted to create a cocktail that is based on an F. Scott Fitzgerald favorite called the Gin Ricky. I wanted to make it into the Zelda Ricky. And let's begin with that fairly simple cocktail. The Gin Ricky is really just lemon juice, a touch of sugar if you're crazy, some gin, and some soda water. We will not be doing it like that, though. I want this to glow gold. Where do I put this? Bar. This nice big bar. I got nowhere to put stuff. Put it down here. Great. We're going to be building a Zelda Ricky. The Zelda Ricky, let's begin. I wanted to find things that had gold tints to them so that we could serve them in these beautiful glasses that I have right here and have them not be the least attractive thing going. So let's reach over here and let's grab some of our gin. Now, this is my favorite gin. This is called Martin Miller's. This is an Isla gin. They do also write me back when I write them on Instagram. So I figured, why not deal with the Martin Miller's guys? This is a Scottish gin from the Isles. An English. Is it an English gin? It's an Iceland gin. I thought it was Scottish. We're going to go ahead and put a full 2 ounces. This was a woman that could drink. She could keep up with the boys. So why not put all 2 full ounces into it? Absolutely, positively knock this out of the park. Let's get our lemon. Next, we need a lemon. We need the juice of 1 full lemon. Juice of 1 full lemon is, of course, going to reach us at about 3/4 of an ounce, maybe a full ounce. We're looking for 3/4 of an ounce, so maybe squeeze a little lightly. Don't go super huge on this one. There we go, and a squeeze. There we go. Eugenia says she loves Scottish gin, and my good friend Keith giving me the old howdy. What's up, guys? That is 3/4 of an ounce. We're going to call that about 3/4 of an ounce. That is an under squeezed lemon. So we're coming in about 3/4 of an ounce. It is looking beautiful. It's looking gold. We want to get some, just a touch of bitterness into this. So if you do have some rosemary, now's a great time to pull that rosemary off, throw it into your glass, and give it just a little bit of a muddle. I instead, before the class, made rosemary honey. So get your honey out as well. Did I say Eugenia? Of course meant Eunice. Eunice said that, not Eugenia. Sorry, everybody. Oh my goodness. Paper saying hello. Everybody say hi to Paper. Yes. So we are. Yes. Kyle Tenner says, "Forgive him, Uni." He's a little excited tonight. I have been jumping around the house, and just in case she shows up, put on my nicest shirt. This is honey. This is rosemary honey, labeled with a label maker. It's tough to see. It's definitely tough to see on Instagram. You can't see that anywhere. Let's go ahead and put in 3/4 of an ounce of this guy. Otherwise, you're going to go ahead and muddle. You're going to go ahead and muddle just a bit of rosemary into here. If you don't have rosemary, skip it. The honey should do you just fine, and we go from there. Now, what do you do when somebody that's, you got a thing for? What do? You try and show them what you're best at. What am I really good at? I do good ice. So I have gone back to my old way of making ice. I have a brand new freezer here. So we will be doing all of our ice in large blocks tonight. So even when we are shaking, we will be using these hand-hewn situations. Now, as I see that, somebody did write me this week and said to me, I'm not trying to be a troll, buddy, but you do touch your face, then you touch your ice. And that's a good point. That is a good point. I'm going to try not to do that. Please let me know if I touch my hair or my beard and then touch some ice right afterwards. I would like to know how often I do that. And there we go. Todd saying Sherry has run out to the yard to pick up some rosemary. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and give this one a big fat shake. Back and forth, left and right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Always better to shake with larger pieces of ice. How come, Kush? How come? Less surface area to melt the ice. The ice melting is not what we want. We want as little ice melting as we can. This should create 2 cocktails for what we are doing. So I will be serving this guy right here in these very nice, delicate Zelda gold glasses. Let's strain these into here. There we go. Just a touch right there. We're looking for something that's nice and light. Instead of having Zelda drinking champagne, Zelda, of course, is the character that Christina Ricci played. Maybe I said that, maybe I didn't. She played Zelda Fitzgerald in Z the beginning of anything, of everything. Instead of having her drink champagne, I wanted her to drink something that her husband might drink, but she does it better. That's the idea of this. A gin Ricky with just a touch of ginger beer, and there is that. Now, I'm not going to put a garnish on here. You do not garnish champagne. Sometimes you might throw a cherry in there, but normally you don't garnish champagne. No good. So I would hope that we made a cocktail that looks enough like champagne that Zelda can flit around the parties, making jokes and light conversation-itudes. I hope she would do that while looking like she was drinking champagne. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, of course, give one of these to my barback, who shows up every single week wearing a full hazmat suit, completely decked out in protective gear, M95s. He has them in his wallet. It is crazy. Let's go ahead and bring Kyle in here real quick. Oh, Kyle, come on and get your drink here, buddy. There it is. There it is. Oh, Kyle has some talking to me. Yeah, easy, Kyle, there. Yep. It's a very nice laugh you have there. Kyle is a kid. There you go. Sounds a lot more like Santa now. Thank you, Kyle. Are you drinking that right here in that gargantuan glove? I don't think Kyle knows that we're live. Thank you, bro. How would I pronounce this? Broaking. I love it. Kyle, what a legend. Says Paper. Paper, a good friend of mine. He DJ'd at my wedding. And then Paper restating what he has told me before. This is the greatest home glacial study that's ever been known to man. I love it. Thank you, Kyle. That is, of course, the first cocktail is... I have something to read from here. What does Martin Miller's taste like? Not a London Dry. No, it is not a London Dry there. That is a great question from the Apostle of Tiki. I'm a bit nervous today, so why don't I just take a little sip of it? And I'll tell you what it tastes like. I got this today. I went to my new favorite store. It's called Total Wine and Spirits. Freaking great. Oh, what's up, Steven? I didn't know you were Steven. Brogan is Steven, everybody. Good to see you, buddy. We have this guy right here. This is a rum taster. It has a little guy down here. You can see my little finger sticking through. It's called The Rock. The Rock is going to mix this up. Let's give you a little taste of what Martin Miller's gin tastes like. All I know, Apostle, is it is definitely sweeter. It definitely has a bit more the flavor of the juniper. It is, I'm sure there, now again, easier to break into a lot of banks than it is to get gin companies to tell you what their recipes are, what their grain bills are. So I don't exactly know what Martin Miller's is made out of, but let's go ahead and give this a little sip. Yeah, that's easily my favorite gin. A lot of sweetness, some lavender. I like lavender. I really like the taste of lavender. I just have lavender lying around my house. Really like lavender. Very lavender-forward gin. A lot of cardamom, a lot of other stuff. So, no, a London Dry will work in this, but I wanted something that had a bit more flavor. Martin Miller's hit where it was. If Martin Miller's is watching, I will take your money, sir. I'll take your money. Give it to me. Let's keep going. Paper saying that he also likes lavender. And Keith, who does know a lot about this, says Martin Miller's is outstanding. I agree. Let's continue to build. Let's go ahead and reach down here. So nervous. I just gotta check my notes real quick. Oh, yes, of course. It's a weird one. So there is a cocktail called El Infante. Tequila, a few other things. But there is then a play on that called, what's it called? It's called the Casper. Well, if we're doing some drinks based off of Christina Ricci, that's truly where I fell in love. So we have to do a drink called the Casper. We will be calling this the Ricci, though. We're going to be adding some interesting stuff from her first 3 major motion pictures, 3 different aspects, all having to do with her first 3 major motion picture appearances. Let's begin to build. So we're going to start off building the Casper, and we're going to add some egg white to it too, which is going to add just a touch. So we're going to go ahead and grab some of this guy right here. This is a lime. It's weird to watch myself do this on Instagram. I do sort of sit around and don't do much when I go over to Toolcam. I look like I'm done. You guys on YouTube don't know. Here we go. We have a lime. We are going to go ahead and slice this lime in twain. Right in half right there, please. And give this a bit of a squeeze if you can. Yes, the Apostle of Tiki I see over on Instagram saying the Casper, very nice. I totally agree. This is a great cocktail. We're going to go ahead and squeeze 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice into here. We are then going to reach into our refrigerator, and hopefully we all have Orgeat. If you do not have Orgeat, you can make it tonight by going over to... over here. You can go over to kushtender.com. There it is. TwitchTunder.com. You can follow the links over to some of my more popular videos. One of my most popular videos easily being homemade orgeat and how to do that. Glenn saying Casper would be a white Russian. White people die all over the place. It doesn't matter. But of course, Derek responding with the dude abides, a white Russian being Jeffrey Lebowski's favorite cocktail of all time. Let's go ahead and put in a full ounce of this orgeat being a almond syrup. A lot of almonds. So if you are going to be making some orgeat, get yourself either a bunch of almonds and a ton of thyme, or just buy some almond milk. That's the way to do it. Now, this is something that does not show up often in these classes, but does when it needs to be. This is called tequila. People have heard of it. Obviously, I don't drink enough tequila that I've even opened this bottle. But this is a Cazadores. This is the Reposado. We are looking for a Reposado, guys. We do not want to use that Blanco in this. What do you think this is? This is some sort of, oh, there it is. I thought it was locked. It's just a tight cord. We do not need we don't want to use any of that sort of Blanco tequila. We need some of that aging to come through. We need some of that delicious wood to get into this cocktail. So it's going to be Reposado. It's going to be rested. That's the way to do it right there. And next we have to add just a touch of egg white, 3/4 of an ounce or 1 egg white. I have found in my many, many years of doing this that this stuff works just as well and even better. Uni is asking, why not Blanco? I feel like Blanco just doesn't have the flavor that we're looking for. We need that extra little touch of flavor to it, a little extra aging on this. And how about Mezcal? The Mezcal will do you fine. It won't be the same cocktail. Mezcal is the overarching category that's all agave spirits fall under. So it depends on which kind of mezcal you're getting. I would look for something not super, super smoky, though. This is going to be kind of a delicate cocktail until we decide at the end to give it a bit more flavor. And that flavor will come here in just a second. So, of course, we have to give this a shake. We are going to do a... so we have the ice. So we have the egg in here, so we have to give it a little bit more ice to shake this. Boosh. And we are going to shake this hard, nice and hard. We do want to froth that egg up. We are going to be serving this in a very special glass. So take care, ten cuidado on what kind of shaking you are doing. Hold it 2 hands up above your shoulder, back and forth, up and down. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take that down, Uni. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. You should now have a beautiful frothy cocktail, very white. The next step of this is going to be from Christina Ricci's other very famous movie, Mermaid. It's not a freaking mermaid glass. There we go. Sorry, Kyle Tender is saying, no distracted shaking, Kush. That is a great idea. Unfortunately, not going to happen tonight. I'm going to be distracted all night. So you guys better get used to it. There's going to be some stopping and shaking. In about 10 seconds, I'm going to roll up these sleeves. I thought this looked nicer, but I've had enough. I don't think she's coming in the first half. She might come in the second half. Let's go ahead and pour this right into here. We have El Infante. Now, again, this is enough for these mermaid glasses to have 2 of them. So Kyle and I can each have one. Sometimes I feel like I don't get enough of the... There it goes. Sometimes I feel like I don't get enough of the juice. that I am making. So I decided to go twofer on these first two. Now, this is two movies. This is Casper, this is Mermaids, but we need one more. One more, and what movie are we doing in this one? Of course, the Addams Family. We have to add just a touch of Addams Family nonsense. The old poem goes, little girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Let's put a little sugar and spice. We're just going to go ahead and put some spice in there. This right here is nutmeg. Oh, that right here is nutmeg right there. We're going to put just a touch, find an open thing of nutmeg if we can. We're going to go ahead and put a little nutmeg right in here. Yes, yes. Sugar, some spice. We have a little cinnamon somewhere. Just got this ready beforehand. Well, we're going to go with pumpkin spice instead. There we go. Pumpkin pie spice. This has all of that right in there. So little girls are that. However, Wednesday Addams was not a typical little girl. She was instead the strangest little human of all time. So sugar, spice, and a little bit of squid ink, I believe will do her well. This is squid ink right here. I get it flown in from Spain when I can. It is a very black and a very squiddy smelling situation. Woo! We're going to mix just a touch of that in here. Now, if you do not have squid ink because you did not know what the hell I was talking about when I said squid ink, you guys can see there's now a black hole in the middle of this. That's what squid ink looks like. You can use instead just a touch of salt. Salt also works for this. It is not the exact same thing, but it is something kind of nice, kind of interesting for this. We're going to take a spoon and we're going to mix this whole little mixture up so that we have a cinnamon, pumpkin spice, or cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg little mix. Give that a smell. That squid ink should come through. We are then going to take this thing. We are going to go ahead and give this a little line across it. There we go. This little line right across it, so it separates into two. You guys can see that? Yeah, there's a little separated line there. Let's get one for Kyle as well. I know Kyle loves squid ink more than anything, so he will be clamoring to get in here. We have two cocktails that are split in twain. We are now going to take the toothpick and we are going to draw some patterns in through here. There we go. Let's just get these patterns going out here. Beautiful. Go ahead and use Tool Cam to come flying right in. This is nutmeg and squid ink that lives on top of El Infante, or the version we did called the Casper. Very interesting cocktail. Let's see what Kyle thinks of it. If Kyle could pop on in here. Oh, Kyle! Come on in here, buddy. Let's see if he's listening. There we go. That looks nice. Let's see if Kyle is listening. Keith saying, well done. Thank you, Keith. I do appreciate that. Kyle Tender says he can love Wednesday Addams and not love squid ink. He is just saying. My father, Glenn, is saying he's writing his memoirs with squid ink. That's weird. There we go. Go ahead and get that in here. Yeah, there's Kyle and his work gloves. Well done, Kyle. Okay. Let's see. Mix TV does not like nutmeg. That is very true, Samo. Or Samo Punko. My co-host over there does not care very much for nutmeg. I did not know that last night when I was making nutmeg cocktails. Paper saying this is on another level. Is that what Paper said? Yeah. Paper saying this is on another level. Thank you, Paper. My dad coming through with a pretty funny thing. Are those glasses, those mermaid glasses, like Marie Antoinette's, but the Christina Ricci model? No, I know that for a fact. If anybody has seen Black Snake Moan, we know that those are not, nothing shaped like that anywhere near Christina. Let's just give this a little taste. Yeah. Very nice, very interesting. That squid ink should not become a major problem with the cocktail. I find that sometimes with my squid ink concoctions, it becomes weird. Let's get into it. Christina has not shown up yet, but if she does, we are going to be making her cocktail real quick. This is called a mojito. It's called a mojito. We are going to knock this out fairly quickly. Now, of course, we could just take some mint. We could crush it with what we're doing. But instead, we are going to be making some mint simple syrup using our nitrous oxide. This is just a whipper, a cream whipper. So I need to get some simple syrup. This is roughly 8 ounces of simple syrup. That gets pulled over there. There we go. This is roughly 8 ounces of simple syrup. We're going to be throwing in 8 ounces of simple syrup into our cream whipper right here. Just dump that bad boy in. This is 2 to 1. It shouldn't matter too much for you. Obviously, 2 to 1 is sweeter than 1 to 1. And then we are going to start ripping the leaves off of our poor little tree minty. We're looking for about 10 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just go ahead and throw those guys in here. We're going to re-put on the top of this, and we are going to go ahead. There it is. We're going to go ahead and hit this with some N2O, some dinitrous oxide. I have the little guys right here. But we're going to hit this with one right off the bat. There we go. Oh, that's a good sound. And we're going to swirl this around. All we're trying to do right now is make... Oh my goodness, that message has been on there for forever. There we go. We are going to go ahead and give this a big swirl, a big shake. What this is doing is this is adding a pressure that is not carbon dioxide, but it is dinitrous oxide. It is the same thing as laughing gas. If I was to put my mouth up to this and take a big old whiff, I'd have about 30 seconds of loopiness. I will not do that. I don't know if that's legal. Once that's in there, give this a big fat shake. Shake, 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 shake. We're going to go ahead and take this guy off here, and we're going to give it another one. We want to give it one more little nitrous shake. Yes. Now, the safety valve on these things, the safety valve on these things is this guy right here, this indented little piece. The indented little piece will, if this thing is going to explode on me, if I put too many of this will pop out first. So, sorry, Derek is, yes, Derek taught me how to say the word whip. 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 Yeah, and Jen Fiscom, my wife, saying drugs are bad, guys. So don't do drugs if you can. Go ahead and give this another shake. Now we're going to get rid of all this nitrous oxide just by pushing this out nice and fast. So what this has done is instead of making this cocktail instead of making this simple syrup from letting mint sit in sugar and water for many, many months or for many, many weeks, and instead of crushing the mint so that in the end we have an issue with mint in our teeth, instead we now have a mint simple syrup that is sort of a mix between those two. Let's grab this guy right here. We should have a nice green situation. Let's see if it got green at all. I went a little quick. Usually you want to do this for about, no, it didn't get out green. Usually you want to do this for about 2 minutes as opposed to the about 30 seconds I did it for. Let that sit around there. Oh, yes. So we're looking for 3/4 of an ounce of that mint. It is very minty, though. It didn't get the color, but it definitely got all that mint. So maybe we're looking for about 1 minute of that. Put that off to the side. There we go. We're looking for about 1 ounce. Sorry, about 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. We are looking for about 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Find our squeezer. There we go. 3/4 of an ounce of delicious. Caught it. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, if you can. Try and put these things in together with each other. The lime juice will help to break up some of that sugar. You guys on YouTube can see that there's definitely an inconsistency with this. There is lime on top, there is sugar on bottom. That is not what we're looking for. So we want to give this a stir and let all of that lime and sugar come together to really, oh my gosh. That mint simple syrup is something else. Let's go ahead and throw in some rum here. I'll be using a Plantation, the 3-star, the white rum. Why not? 2 full ounces of that, guys. And let's call it a day. Boosh. Boosh. And there we have it. We have a cocktail, Christina. However, of course, we need some ice. Now, what do I do very well? I make ice. So I have one of these guys. I always have one of these guys. This is a long sphere of ice. We're going to go ahead and toss this into our cocktail right there so that our ice basically disappears. We do want to add a touch of soda water, as much as we can fit back into here. And then we want to give this a stir. Hit it with some soda water right there. And beautiful. Stir this around. That ice has started to crack. I did not temper it as well as I needed to. But we are doing 4 drinks today. That is more than I normally do. So we are going to go ahead and give that a stir. We want to... My God, it's good. We're going to go ahead and take a long piece of this mint. We are going to shove this right down to the bottom of our cocktail. And baby, do we have a beautiful, minty, interesting cocktail called the Mojito. Mojito, the word comes from mojo. Mojo, of course, means magic. Mix TV over on Instagram saying Christina would be very impressed. I believe she would. Yes. Keith over here saying ice game level 100. Just so you guys know, my ice game will be improving coming up. I now have set up a brand new freezer at my new Tiki bar. So we will have all kinds of delicious things. Kyle asking, is this the Ricci Mojito? There was some talk from the Disney Drinking Society about calling this the Black Snake Mojito. I think that's pretty good. I mean, this is just a mojito. And the next drink we will be making black. But that's how that works. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just don't want to give drinks to Kyle, but then what else am I bringing over here for? Oh, Kyle, come in and get your drink, buddy. All right. Let's see if there are any questions to answer over here. I do, again, appreciate everything that you guys have done for me this week for calling and texting Christina. There we go. How much tequila? In the last one? Sorry, Uni. In the last one, we're looking for 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces. I think 2 ounces works. I think 1.5 ounces might be more balanced after having drank this. No, screw it. Go 2 ounces. This is perfect. Make sure you do get at least a little salt into your nutmeg and spice situation. That will help you out a ton. That will be the way to go, my little cushies. and let's get down to it. Now, I told you guys a story at the beginning. I'll say one more story at the end. Oh, before we do that, you guys can. Yes, Reed actually says it. Reed actually answered the question very well, Uni. When in doubt, Kush always means 2 ounces of booze. That is, it's a very, honestly, do people still get tramp stamps? I might get that tramp stamped right on my upper butt. Yes, when in doubt, 2 ounces of booze. When in doubt, I mean 2 ounces of booze. Not on this next one, though. Well, I guess in this next one, sort of. It's funny that Reed would write there because this next little story is about Reed. Reed, at the end of a lot of my classes, has been suggesting that maybe I do snake cocktails. I would say, hey guys, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. What should I do? And the Apostle of Tiki would say, you should do snake cocktails. I don't know what that means. I only know one real snake cocktail. And when I started thinking about how I could possibly put a snake cocktail into my class, I started thinking about this movie that I'd seen twice, that I've seen 100 times, called Black Snake Moan. And I thought, man, if only I could do a class on Christina Ricci. And from there I did. This whole class is on Christina Ricci, born February 12th, 19 something. She's 41 years old. Anyway. Yes. Yes. So Reed got it right. I am doing a Cobra's Fang and anything else you want. So this is a Cobra's Fang, but we are going to change it up just a touch. I find getting Fasciola is not easy. We're going to switch it out for some passion. Hopefully you guys are able to find some passion fruit. We are also going to make this into a black cocktail. A dark as night, thick charcoal color cocktail using something called activated charcoal. You can find it at a lot of health stores, but we are going to be making the Black Cobra Moan right here after possibly one of the greatest movies ever made. And if not, at least a good one. Let's begin to build. We're also going to bump up the booze. The booze we'll be using today is going to be this. Look at this guy. Look how big this bottle is. My goodness. That's my hand. This is Appleton Estate. Appleton Estate is a Jamaican rum. We are going to go ahead and hit this with a full 1.5 ounces of a nice Jamaican rum, if you got it. 1.5 ounces of nice Jamaicans. Throw it in. Throw it in. Next thing we want to do is we want to reach over here for some 151. This is the 151 we'll be using. This is Lemon Heart 151. This is a Demerara. Comes from the Demerara River in Guyana. 1/2 ounce of that, guys. So technically, we are doing 2 ounces of this. I got the word date. We're technically doing 2 ounces of this, but that 151 is going to bump it up to about 3 ounces of booze. Now, also with the addition of Passoa, our next ingredient, we are going to start bumping up that booze again. Now, I know, you guys are not here to hear what my favorite stuff is. Maybe you are. I have to be totally honest, guys, no idea why you're here. I was going to do this anyway, and I'm so happy that you do show up. That makes my week. If you guys are here to hear about my recommendations, I often see see ingredients, recipes that are calling for passion fruit. And Jesus, that stuff is hard to find. Cannot find it anywhere. Well, if you can get your hands on a bottle of Passoa, I am going to tell you right now, this stuff is awesome. This stuff is good. It has the passion fruit taste. It is not too sweet. It has some sweetness, but it does have that tartness to it. It is good. They are not paying me any money. Just go out and get one of these so I can do passion fruit cocktails with you guys. Please. It's just good stuff, and it lasts forever. It's 20%. It lasts forever. We're going to go ahead and put half an ounce of that. Hit that with the halfer. Now it is, unfortunately, it does come out a little pinker than what normal passion fruit comes out at. The passion fruit, usually sort of an orange, like a peach color. This does come out looking kind of pink. So, sorry, dudes. I don't know what to tell you. Next thing we want to do, we're going to go ahead and grab this guy. This is some orange juice. I don't have a recommendation for orange juice. I have an orange right here, but I want that for later. We're going to go ahead and put in half of an ounce of orange juice right there. Yes, please. Yes. Yes, sir. Please on that. We have this. We're going to go ahead and do we're going to do half an ounce of lime. So out of my limes already. Slice this guy right in halfer. And go ahead and squeeze away. We're looking for half an ounce, so don't worry too much about squeezing too much out of that second half of the lime. Just maybe a touch. Use this for a daiquiri later. You guys will be all set. Next, another interesting ingredient that I am sorry that I sent you guys out looking for, but I promise this stuff is so good. It's called Falernum. This is the John D. Taylor Velvet Falernum. I, for a long time, thought it was named after the pirate John D. Taylor. Apparently, there's been a lot of John D. Taylors. Now I'm a little confused about who this is. Let's go ahead and throw in half of an ounce of that. Two of my favorite people are agreeing real quick, so let me just see. How does the Passoa compared to a different, to a Giffard passion fruit liqueur? Keith, I'm telling you, I like this one better. I like this one better. It doesn't come off as saccharine. It just isn't as sweet. This Passoa, just again, it's made from Brazilian passion fruits. It's made in France. It's just, I mean, it's good. There's a roundness to it that I just like more. I just like it more. Let's go ahead and give this guy. Sorry. We do, of course, need to add some of this right here. If you have already Herbsaint made, Herbsaint is just equal parts absinthe and bitters. Angostura Bitters, great. But if not, go ahead and just give this 2 little dashes of each, either Herbsaint and bitters or Herbsaint. Sorry, either Angostura. Sorry, what the hell am I saying? If you have Angostura made, that's Herbsaint and Angostura mixed together, 2 dashes of that. If not, 1 dash of each should do you just fine. And also a dash, just a BB of that Grenadine. This Grenadine stuff is really nice, a little addition to Tiki cocktails. This does end up making this drink a little bit more pink than what normally goes on, but it is delicious. It is delicious. Derek is asking somebody, he's not asking me, to give us a Passoa slogan. I don't have it. Yes, there we go. This is Amanda coming through. Christina Ricci, you are inspiring some pretty delicious cocktails. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys want to send her this video, that's what I say when I say like, subscribe, share. It's a big one. Say it. Share my stuff. You guys can send her this. See if she's even interested. Let's go ahead and give this a shake and prep our glass. I have already poured ice into this glass. So this is snow ice ready to go. Let's give this one more shakeroo. Find 2 little guys. There we go. Let's give this one big shakeroo. We want to break up these little pieces as much as is possible. We want to snap this Cobra Fang into life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Now, of course, this is not the Cobra Fang. This is the Black Cobra Moan. So we're going to take one of these guys. This right here is a charcoal pill. It's meant to help if you are a major farter. This is a farting pill. But if you have already gotten over that, or have one to spare, we're going to open this charcoal, this activated charcoal up. We're going to throw it right on top of our cocktail here. There we go. Just a touch should do ya. That should do. Now, of course, this stuff is the messiest garbage of all time. So you will have a little black parts on your hand for a little bit. But let's go ahead and crack this open. And let's pour this cocktail over our drink. And you can see that that guy is starting to turn into the Black Cobra Moan. All that black charcoal getting through our cocktail. More at the bottom than at the top currently, but a quick little stir should solve that. There we go. Look at this guy. So this is a Cobra Fang that has been turned black. There is a very famous Cobra Fang or a black Cobra Moan garnish. We're going to be making that. We're going to go ahead and take an orange, fresher the better. We're going to take a peeler. Now this guy right here, everybody's seen one of these guys. We are going to slice down on an orange for about half an inch. Then we are going to twirl and try and get around this orange as many times as possible. So let's see if we can do it. Maybe once, maybe twice. Yeah, that's good. There we go, baby. So we've taken all this off. Now, this part, that first part, ends up being the face. Look at that little face. This ends up being the rest of the snake. We are going to coil this guy up right on the cocktail. So it looks like it is a cobra ready to strike. That's how that looks. If you have a little bit of a knife that you have somewhere else, go ahead and cut out some eyes for it. And boy, oh boy, do you have a scary cocktail waiting for you as you get ready to drink this one. This is, of course, called the Black Cobra Moan, based off of my girl Christina Ricci, one of her movies called Black Snake Moan. If you haven't seen it, knock it out. I do absolutely appreciate Keith saying it's blackish. It's tough to see, Keith. If I probably did the wrong thing by adding. Yeah, I think that looks pretty black now. I put this glass inside the freezer. Turned white. Turned right into a Russian. A little weird. Let's see. Paper saying wow. Just wow. And just so you guys know, some people do get nervous when I don't say this. Congratulations. We have reached 100 messages on this guy over here. I appreciate you guys coming through for me on that. That always makes me feel better. There we go. Paper saying that. Yeah, my dad, not a big fan of what I do, apparently. Says it looks like it is an orange peel. It is an orange peel. So I do appreciate that. Could you mix the charcoal in the drink before? Yes, you could, Keith. I think that would be a great way to do that. However, I like the color change aspect of this. I do think that Christina Ricci brought some magic to my life, so I wanted it to have a bit of magic. Let's go ahead and drink it, though. And then I will ask you guys a few questions about what is coming up and what we are doing next. If you guys have any suggestions for classes that you would like to see, I do think that I've gotten to most of them, at least in a roundabout way. We have done Italian cocktails as suggested by Keith. We have gotten to the Cobra Fang. Oh my God, that's a good cocktail. Suggested by Reed. If you guys have anything else you would like to see, but in the meanwhile, I would like to, if I can, take a second, wish a happy birthday to the only person that I have loved longer than Christina Ricci. That is my mom. It is her birthday coming up. If you guys could all just write in chat happy birthday to her, I would love to go ahead and post those up here. This was very nice. She shows up to most of my shows. She doesn't say much. She does watch most of them. So if you guys could give her that, that'd be great. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you very much. And we will talk to you soon. If you guys can help out the channel over here, Venmo is a great way to do it. There we go. Paper saying happy birthday, Mama Cushman. Yep, Mama Cush from Derek. ACF Ball. Thank you, ACF Ball. There we go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Susan. There we go. There's all those happy birthdays. I appreciate it. There is a bit of a delay. If you guys can help out the channel, the best way to do it is through Venmo. That is all obviously going to keep us rolling in this stuff, keeping the channel improving. If not, totally understand. That is not. There we go. Rich Whiffen, happy birthday. Fellow March birth. Rich coming through. Jay Kata. Jay Carter, the party starter. He's saying happy birthday. If not, that's fine. Just show up every week, guys. I really, really appreciate you guys showing up every week. I appreciate you guys all having my back this week when I put myself out there with my little crush on my old little girl, Lisa, saying happy birthday as well. And you guys came through and started to write her. Appreciate you guys. So show up every week, say hi, pop on over to my channel. That is, of course, youtube.com/CushTender. Watch my stuff. And you can always go over to my new website, CushTender.com. Jay Carter saying, fantastic show as always. Thank you, Jay Carter. You are a mensch. You're a very good person. All right, guys. I'm just letting you know there will not be a encore, so don't stick around for too long. If you do want to see some of your comments, some of my favorite comments, I will be posting them up right afterwards, along with a little bit of music. I want to say thank you to everybody that showed up on Instagram. I'm going to give Kyle about 5 seconds to run in here and see if he has any notes for me from Instagram that I did not see while I do this. Is that Kyle right there at the door? No, it's not. Yep, that is Kyle. I'm sorry, Kyle. Do you have any? Oh, you just yes. I thought maybe Kyle had some show notes. He just wants that freaking drink. Yeah, it's you're fine. You're fine. Thank you guys. As always, I do this show to keep myself sane. The fact that you guys show up every week means the world to me. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week. If you have any other classes you would like to see, let me know. I'm just rambling at this point. Goodbye. Cheers.